that was like the fourth version of it or something, and then like when I started it, my phone fell over, and I think it like skipped over like a minute. So sorry
Oh,
for
okay.
Periscope viewers who saw my phone suddenly just fall over flat. So yeah, so we're back. Lots to talk about tonight. We got Raw, we got SmackDown, lots of stuff going on Raw, SmackDown as well. So let's jump right into it. So on Raw, we had Kevin Owens starting up the show in a suit, of all things. More of a serious side to Kevin Owens. Putting down a pretty nice little heel promo. He didn't mention Chris Jericho other than just saying his name and then putting the mic down, which I thought was a really nice touch. Dave, we'll go with you first. What did you think of the Kevin Owens promo to start off the show last night?
I thought it was good. I mean, it's good the way he's saying, but I'm worried about him for Fastlane. But yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good stuff. I like the suit look because it kind of reminds you of what Triple H is doing to these guys. He's bringing his guys show up in suits. You know, all of them. Owens, Joe, these guys are. It seems like we're just gonna have. What is Joe and Owens just gonna be like the destroyers now for Triple H to destroy everyone? I mean, it's really interesting what they're doing. I really wish this was happening sooner than now because there's still a few weeks, still about 40 days. They said till WrestleMania, but I would love to see this build up over like months, like a month storyline than just like a month or a little over a month. Because I think this would be a really cool scenario where you have Joe and Owens just destroying everybody.
Is the Nakamura poster from the Slam Crate? Yes, it is. It's from the Slam Crate, correct. So also, Justin, what about you? What did you think of the Kevin Owens opening promo? A more serious side, the more heel side of Kevin Owens.
I really enjoyed it. I'm glad we're getting to see this side of him right now being a monster heel instead of the side we've been getting, which was okay with him being, being funny with Jericho and all that kind of stuff. But I'm glad we're getting to see the more serious monster heel side of Kevin Owens, which is going to basically make his character a lot better in these next coming months.
I had a question I wrote down. If you're in the audience watching us on Periscope, you're more than welcome to answer as well. When should Jericho return? Should it be at Fastlane or should it be the night after Fastlane? We'll go with you first, Dave. What do you think?
I think it should be after Fastlane. Even though I did tweet last night I wanted to show up just because I thought that'd be a cool spot. But, yeah, I mean, I think the Raw after Fastlane would be perfect for him to show up. Or even at Fastlane, who knows? He could even show up this coming week, who knows? But, I mean, I think it's going to be probably – I would think the smart move would be keep him off TV for a couple weeks and then bring him back for after WrestleMania to set up their WrestleMania match, which is obviously that's where the route they're going.
Right. What about you, Justin?
I agree. I would keep him off till the Raw after Fastlane. Have Kevin Owens, if have him come outside to the ring saying, blah blah blah, I lost, whatever, and then Jericho's. Then they're gonna have their little face to face, and then that's how probably they're gonna set up their feud for WrestleMania.
Or even at Fastlane, you could do it like after Owens loses, and then he's just sitting there in the ring or something like that, and then Jericho comes
that
out.
Too, yeah.
You could do something like that.
Definitely to see how they introduce Jericho back into the feud with Kevin Owens. Also, another announcement made on last night was that the New Day will host WrestleMania. So it looks like they're not going to be on the card itself, but they are just going to be the hosts of WrestleMania. So if you were looking forward to seeing them wrestle on WrestleMania, I'm sorry, but they will not be wrestling. That's what at least it looks like. We had Enzo and Cass take on Cesaro and Sheamus for the number one contender spot for Fastlane. Enzo and Cass gets to win. Do you guys think they are going to beat the club at Fastlane? We'll go with you first, Justin. I know it's kind of early to tell, but I'll just get a quick prediction first.
I don't think so, or at least not. I don't hope so. I want the club to go into WrestleMania as the tag team champions. And I know it's definitely not going to happen anytime soon, but I was hoping that Enzo and Cass would break up. Hopefully, Cass turns on Enzo and becomes a heel.
Okay.
Which is what I want, but I don't.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
Oh, no, I know it's not going to happen. Enzo and Cass are too over with the crowd right now for them to break them up. But
Right. Eventually, maybe down the line, a couple of years from now, you would like to see Cass on a singles run.
Yep.
I feel you on that. What about you, Dave?
That's tough to say. I hope the club keep it, but I think they've been teasing it a lot the last couple of weeks because I think they're going to break up sooner than later, and I think it's going to be Enzo the one who's like kind of turning on Kaz because it seems like they can. Because just like last night, he was talking, and then Sheamus giving the bro kick to shut him up, and then the week before where he was like talking, and then Cass got like this look in his eye, like, "Oh great, you're getting me in another fight," or something like that. It seemed like they're kind of teasing something with a breakup, I think, sooner than later, actually.
Okay, yeah, we shall see what happens there. Let's see. We'll move on. We'll kind of quickly run through Raw and SmackDown, not quickly run through them, but it's a lot to talk about. We don't want to go too long tonight. Let's see. Oh, let's go with this one. Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Stephanie McMahon. That whole segment where Stephanie McMahon pretty much said Bayley had to give up the title because she shouldn't win the title that way. Kind of portraying the Daniel Bryan storyline, but not really portraying it. If you get what I'm saying.
She was kind of trolling Naomi a little bit, because you knew she almost had to relinquish the title or something.
yeah,
It kind of feel like they were doing that because why would she have to give it because someone cheated to get the title or to win the title? I mean, how many times does that happen over the years? They say you should relinquish the title, which I get why they did it. I didn't know if you asked me to jump in first. I didn't mean to just cut you off.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I get why they did it just because of who Bayley is. Like we even talked about this, Tony, about how would Bayley relinquish the title or would Stephanie strip her of the title because of interference? I mean, I get why they did it because of Bayley, who she portrays as this perfect, wholesome person. Which I honestly thought she was going to give it up, and I was like, okay, it makes sense. She wants to win it, make her win it after WrestleMania or something, or whatever they do with her. But yeah, I mean, I get it. The segment. I don't know if you want me to go into the segment and see if I liked it or hated it.
Go ahead. I'll go ahead. Then we'll run into Justin. What he thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay. I like that Stephanie always does great stuff, and then the whole Charlotte thing, or Sasha came out, and then we had Charlotte come running out, and I mean. I think Charlotte is doing great stuff on the mic. I mean, she's been really like awesome, and I don't know. I think it'd be how Triple H has his little crew now. It seems like I think it'd be kind of cool if Stephanie went that same route where she had her own little girls crew, because it seems like her and Charlotte kind of play well off of each other, and it makes sense because Flair's Triple H's one of his best friends, and it just makes sense that her daughter. Or his daughter would be kind of a little bit more protected, kind of like Owens and Joe seem to be in that spotlight. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a fan of seeing the match again, but I mean, it was okay. And I just think Charlotte has been amazing lately, and she always is, I think. So it's been awesome. We're getting an answer to our question about Aries.
What's that?
Looks like he's coming back. They're showing a video package of Austin Aries right now.
Oh, all right. Badass. Well, the rumor is that he's supposed to be facing Neville at WrestleMania. That is a match I will be definitely looking forward to. Justin, what did you think about the segment? And then I have a question for you guys about it.
Yeah. I like the segment. I thought it was pretty good. I even tweeted last night, Sasha turning on Bayley. But I can actually see them going the opposite way somewhere down the road, having Bayley turn on Sasha. I mean, nobody would expect that, and it was certain to do. And, to me, it seems like Bayley hasn't gotten over with the crowd like they had expected her to. Or at least, I mean, to me, she hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I can definitely see them having Bayley turn on Sasha.
Imagine if she did that; that would break a lot of people's hearts.
It would be crazy.
Yeah, I think she's too popular to do that. I mean, just with little girls. Even Stephanie said it. Her own kids love her. So I think they're too. She's like almost like John Cena, who she'll probably never turn heel.
Hogan was too at one point, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
but different. That's a different time, though. That's
You
different.
never know these days, honestly.
It's a different company. It wasn't WE turning him because they thought he was too old. I mean, not to get on a WCW rant.
Yeah, we'll see.
WWE Hogan was way past his prime, and they wanted to get rid of him and go a different direction. They didn't think he'd get anything left out of him because the whole "say your prayers, take your vitamins" is getting kind of lame, and it was. And then WCW flipped it, and they turned him heel, and that changed. That changed everything.
Well, you never know. You never know. With WWE, I mean, shit, you never know these days. I was hoping, personally, Sasha was going to turn. I thought maybe she was going to hit Bayley and then give Stephanie the title. I thought that would have been pretty neat. But didn't happen. But it looks like they were kind of teasing Sasha Banks as Stephanie McMahon a little bit. I don't think it's
That would be interesting.
I don't think it's going to happen because the rumor is going to be some sort of a fatal four-way at WrestleMania between Sasha, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Charlotte.
Okay.
You want to see possibly a Stephanie McMahon versus Sasha Banks match, boss versus boss kind of thing.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to waste Sasha on that.
Okay.
Yeah. It would make more sense, I think, if it was just. I mean, I'm sounding biased a little bit, but I think it would be more interesting with Bayley, actually, just because how she's always said that she's kind of like what she would do to Daniel Bryan, call her like a B-plus player, not good enough. I think that would have been more interesting, but I don't know. I just don't think Sasha and Stephanie really. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a huge Sasha fan, but I don't know. I don't know what they would do with it. Actually, I don't know.
It's kind of early to tell because they haven't really started a program, so you can't really. I guess it's kind of a hard question to ask because they haven't gone into it. So
yeah, I mean, really interesting question is we could ask people. We don't got to do it this week, but in the coming weeks before WrestleMania, if Rollins can't compete, I mean, who would be with the rumors of people they have set for Triple H to wrestle? I mean, we could try to guess it in the coming weeks. Like,
I can tell you right now, if Triple H is not, if Rollins isn't wrestling, I don't think Triple H is.
I don't know. I think he wants to wrestle. They're saying they got a backup plan in case Rollins can't make it.
Yeah.
I don't see an honest, that would make much sense to replace Rollins to make Triple H want to wrestle. I mean, I know he probably wants to, but he could still have the match with Rollins at SummerSlam if it doesn't happen at WrestleMania. I think it's kind of I think Triple H could sit one out for the team and not wrestle. Maybe have Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor's. I think honestly, Finn Balor is going to face Samoa Joe. I think that match is going to happen at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania?
Yes, I think that's going to happen at WrestleMania. I think it kind of lines up and makes sense in a way because, Samoa Joe works for Triple H. Finn Balor getting hurt. I mean, I think it kind of works out some way, some form. Maybe Balor helps out Rollins some way. I don't know. I think that match is going to happen at WrestleMania. I could be wrong.
Triple H in like a tag match with like Joe versus somebody.
I mean, yeah, you could do a tag match if Rollins can't wrestle. I mean, that's always a possibility. Hey, what's up, B After? How you doing? Let's move on. We also had. I don't want to really talk about the club versus Range because that was just blew up.
The match wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but it was just lame.
I mean, even
tag champs like that is just not it.
Even Bubba Ray tweeted about it. He's like, I guess it was like a worst time to turn into wanting to watch wrestling, tag wrestling.
Pointless.
Right. I mean, he's killing your tag division. One guy. I mean, your tag champ should destroy any one person.
Correct. So that was that. Let's move on to Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and the backstage interview they had with Michael Cole. What did you think about that interview? Justin, did you see that? I know you said you went to bed early and recorded the last hour and weren't able to.
Yeah, I didn't record. I must have not. I didn't see it, so.
Okay, so Dave, I'll get your opinion on this. What did you think of the Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman sit-down interview with Michael Cole last night?
Well, it wasn't really much of a send down interview with Michael Cole, but I mean, it was freaking awesome. I loved how they did this. Justin, you should actually go look it up if you can find it online, because it was awesome how they just basically scared Michael Cole away. Brock Lesnar grabs the chair, sits in it, his face directly in the camera. Paul Heyman's talking in the background. This was so awesome and epic how they did this. I mean, Brock's staring straight at you, and you have Heyman's voice in the background. That was just awesome. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yes, it was a pretty awesome scene. Paul Heyman made Brock Lesnar look like the badass again, and it's looking like Brock is going to win at WrestleMania, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I think he's winning the title easily, and I think unfortunately Reigns is going to beat him for it probably soon after WrestleMania.
And that would be stupid. Oh.
I don't think he's winning the title.
I think that's what they're going to do. I mean, what else would they do with it? I mean,
I could tell you right now, Strowman is going to be facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
That's a lot. Right? I don't think it's going to be for the title, though. I don't think Brock's going to be the Universal Champion all the way till SummerSlam.
Why the hell not?
It'd only be a couple months, 4 months. I mean, that's nothing.
Reigns, just because Reigns is the baby face doesn't mean he's going to win the title back. I mean, he would have won it back already.
I don't want him to win it back, but I just think they're going to give him the title back. They're not doing it at WrestleMania because it would have been the same old thing. But I think it depends what happens with Strowman at Fastlane. But if they have Reigns just beat him, I mean, it's going to be kind of.
It depends on what happens at Fastlane. And my eyes, to me, and we'll get to the main event, because Justin didn't see it.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the main event here in just a second, because we had Sami Zayn take on Kevin Owens. Mick Foley made the match earlier in the night. Before the match even started, we had Samoa Joe again attack Sami Zayn, which was awesome. They were for Kevin Owens, so it's kind of looking like not so much that they are a team, but kind of teasing it a little bit. Sami Zayn went along still with the match. Kevin Owens obviously won easily. Do I even need to get your opinion on that? Do you want to touch on Samoa Joe a little bit or anything like that? Dave?
The Joe attack? It was good. I mean, Zayn got his ass whooped and then still wanted to wrestle. I mean, that's what I love about Sami Zayn, which I understand why they're not pushing him more, because the crowd loves him and you can really get behind. It's just like how Daniel Bryan was. He'd get his ass whooped, and then he would get that little, you know what I'm saying? He'd get that little fire energy from the crowd and want to keep fighting. And he has that same type of style and that same type of fighting spirit he has. So I don't see why they don't try to push that more.
Yeah, Samoa Joe is looking great so far in Raw. Can't wait to see what they actually do with him. And after Fastlane, move heading towards wrestling.
Joe Zayn is going to probably steal the show.
Yeah, that one's going to be a really good match. All right, let's go to the main event of Raw, where we had Strowman versus Big Show, and a lot of people were already crapping on this match. Raw the match was made actually last week. People were already hating on this match. I can agree. I was not really looking forward to this match, and seeing that it was the main event as well, I was kind of bummed out about it. But this match was really, really good. Really, really good. Really impressed me. Both guys were really good. Damn, Strowman was awesome. The athleticism that man has, he can have a match with anybody. You can put him up with a small guy, medium guy, tall guy. He can go with anyone. And I saw a perfect tweet, and it makes sense. And Strowman put on a match that Vince changes WrestleMania main events for, because you know how he loves the big guys. And Strowman did so well that I'm saying that it will, and that Strowman looked really good. And I think that he proved himself that he may win a championship, like I said, by SummerSlam against Lesnar, possibly, if anyone. Reigns did interrupt at the end, which was kind of lame, but I understand why, I guess.
That was really lame.
Right, yeah. But props to Big Show. Did you think him losing weight made the match a little bit better because he was able to maybe go longer and do more maybe moves and have moves done to him better because he lost all that weight? But I mean, what did you think of the match?
I thought it was a good match. It was better than I thought. I mean, I even told you earlier in the day, or even Sunday probably, that I was gonna try to go into Raw, not kind of bury it the whole time. Like I seem like I bury Raw every week because I'm just. And I really then last night I really did go into it, and I was not like I was looking forward to the matches. We even talked about like, oh, I don't know. I almost thought this should be more of a pay per view than a regular Raw episode because it would have seemed like it would fit better on a pay per view, which I even think it should have been after watching the match last night. And I wasn't really sold on Strowman that much, really. I mean, yeah, he's a big guy. He just beats up a bunch of cruiserweights, and that's all he's really been doing, other than Sami Zayn. But I mean, yeah, I mean, he really impressed me last night. I think Big Show looked great as well. I mean, kind of looked like kind of passing of the torch a little bit from Big Show to Strowman. And yeah, I mean, I liked the match, and I think, like I said, Strowman impressed me more than I was impressed with him before because the moves he was pulling out was like, wow, he did a kickoff, he did all these crazy moves, like holy crap. I mean, honestly, depends what they do with him at Fastlane with against Reigns, which scares me a little bit. They have something there, like it's like they have something with Strowman right now. I mean, he could literally be if he had a manager like a Paul Heyman, he could literally be the next Brock Lesnar.
I agree with that.
I mean, he really could. After seeing how quick he is, you've never seen a move like that before. And it's like till last night. It was like, holy crap, I didn't know he could do all this. And I mean, he was impressive. I mean, the strength of the guy, too. I mean, I don't like the power slam, but I get it. It's probably really safe to do on anybody, so I get it. But I'd rather him have a better move. But, hey, I mean, he could really be the next Brock Lesnar. And this guy, wow. I mean, Strowman changed my mind about him. Everyone said he's gonna win titles and all that. I mean, he could be champion if depending what happens next weekend and how they do it. I mean, if Reigns, it looked like Reigns is gonna come in there and just destroy him. I'm like, really? And then he hit him with this drop kick I didn't see coming out, and I was like, holy crap, where'd that drop kick come from? I was like, wow. I mean,
yeah, definitely. If you have the time, check it out. If you ever have the time, check out that match. It was really good. But to me, like I said in the day, I think Strowman, to me, not saying he'll ever be on this type of level, but he reminds me of the Undertaker of how he moves in the ring.
I was just gonna say that.
He can jump off the ropes. He can, do all those type of moves that remind me of the Undertaker. He does like when the in the prime Undertaker, not so much now, but when he was in his prime, the tightrope jump off the rope, the type of things that the American Badass Undertaker. That is what Strowman reminds me of. And last night, I used to not really like Strowman. I just thought he was all, big man, Vince McMahon loves him type of thing. But, man, he proved me wrong. And if you think about it, we have a chance to some really big superstars in the WWE with Cass, Luke Harper, Strowman,
Corbin.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. You haven't seen that in the WWE in quite some time.
You haven't really seen a giant like that. They don't want to call him a giant, I guess, because Big Show was known the whole Andre the Giant thing. But I mean, he really is like a freaking giant. I mean, like the Big Show. When Big Show came in, he was always compared to Andre, and now it's kind of like Strowman is this big giant type of guy, and you don't see these guys that often come in there. And when they do. Yeah, exactly. I was exactly going to say it. When you have like the dude from, I don't remember their names anymore, but yeah, these big giant guys just don't work. I mean, back in the day, that's all you had is these big giant guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm studying all these guys. I mean, King Kong Bundy, just big guys who are just. These are the type of guys Vince loves. The larger than life characters. I mean, those are the type of guys he loves, and you could have a guy like Braun Strowman winning the Universal Championship, I guess. I mean, if it's booked right and they say, okay, we're going to change everything and just go with this guy, I mean, I think they should. If they turned him face even, man, I mean, or keep him heel, I don't care. But, I mean, just imagine what you could do with a big guy like that. Yes. Him and Brock for the title if it happens. I mean, and he wins the title. I don't know. There's going to probably be a lot of fans against it because people are against this match. They're complaining about this match last night, and I thought it was really good. And did you think they were teasing the ring breaking when they kept reinforcing it. We're gonna reinforce the ring in case it breaks.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, it didn't happen. But
I'm
yeah,
glad they did
it was
that.
nice. They also announced Rollins and Goldberg will be on Raw next week, so that should be
I think Rollins is only going to be like a video interview. He's not
yeah,
actually
probably a
gonna be
video
there.
interview. I wish
Mick Foley mentioned it last night. It seemed like he said Rollins WrestleMania is over. That's what he basically said on Raw. I don't know if he meant to say it or what, but he basically said Rollins WrestleMania. He's going to miss it again this year.
yeah, I'm sure that'll be on Monday night. So let's move on to SmackDown. A pretty nice, huge SmackDown tonight. Daniel Bryan opened up the show and announced that Naomi has to give up her title because she's injured again. That woman can't catch a break for her life. Seems like every time she gets a push,
Yep.
she gets hurt somehow. So tough break for Naomi. She has to give
I mean,
up. They didn't really announce what the injury was or how long she was out for.
Even Mr. WrestleMania, she probably wasn't going to be back for that.
Yeah, so it's looking like she's out for some time because she did say WrestleMania looks like it's not going to happen. So
Hometown and everything.
Daniel Bryan announced after that it would be Alexa Bliss taking on Becky Lynch for the women's title. We'll go with you first, Justin. What did you think of the Becky Lynch Alexa Bliss SmackDown women's title match?
Well, first of all, it sucks for Naomi right now. Because, I mean, she has, worked hard and been there for a long time. And I wouldn't say, yeah, she deserved it. And she finally got it, and she got injured again, just like she has, in her career. And that sucks on her part, especially it was going to be in her hometown. She's going to come in as champ. And, for that to happen. But I'm glad, I guess, if anybody had to be a champion again, I'm glad it's Alexa. Because, I mean, she's carrying that SmackDown's division right now, and the match is good.
Yeah, she is killing it. Her attitude, how she came down and talked to Ben O'Brien just about her just giving her back the title. She's definitely been nice out of NXT. I mean, she's been killing it since she's been called up. Man, I mean, unbelievable. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, Justin was saying, I wanted to say something about Naomi. Yeah, it sucks for Naomi. I mean, just think about the other side too. Daniel Bryan, it must really suck for him to be in this position because he had to do this not but a couple years ago when he was the IC champ, and another couple years ago when he had to give up the world title. I mean, that's just crazy that he had to have someone do the same thing, say, I have to relinquish your title. You can even see when he was talking about it, he was starting to get a little choked up again, too, about it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's upset about it.
Yeah, because it's like, he didn't want to just. I mean, we've been seeing that a lot lately, though, which is crazy. People have to give up their titles because of injury. Luckily, nothing has been as severe as what Daniel Bryan's was with Finn Balor and now Naomi. But, I mean, man, looks like, though, they put the title in the wrong match. I mean, I'm just saying, the match was good, don't get me wrong, but they put this title on the wrong match, I think. A lot of people were saying that. But
you should have done between Natalya and Nikki Bella.
They killed it tonight.
They did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
I
match.
mean, just for the title. That would have been amazing. I honestly thought they were going to do like a little tournament or something because they got so long to WrestleMania, but I guess it worked. I mean, it was a good match. I mean, I'm glad Alexa Bliss won because I think she needs the title more than Becky does. I think Becky will win it back eventually. But right now, it's like Becky is still really heavily involved in the feud of Mickie James, so it seems they're going somewhere with that. Who knows? They could end up with like a triple threat match for the title at WrestleMania.
So my question for you guys, we'll go Justin first before we move on. Who's next for Alexa Bliss? Who do you think will take on Alexa Bliss next? Do you think they call up someone from NXT? Do you think there will be better question. Do you think there will be a women's match from SmackDown on WrestleMania?
Oh, there has to be.
Yeah,
There definitely has to be.
Okay. To top you off on that, do you think they call up somebody, or do you think there'll be someone on the roster?
Man, I don't know if they call somebody up. I don't know. That's a good question.
The only one you would have is Natalya, and she's booked as a heel right now because Nikki seems to be involved in a tag match.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, unless you do call up someone from NXT.
Maybe Carmella. She's not doing anything right now. That's a possibility.
Because
Still kind of heelish.
maybe a triple threat between Mickie James and Becky Lynch.
You could do that. And you could do that, I guess. But if Raw does something similar, you don't want to be kind of doing like a triple threat or fatal 4-way too.
Yeah.
I think you'd want to do like a 1-on-1 or something.
Definitely something to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. Who
Like the next 40 days, I mean, who do you put in that spot? I mean, who do they got right now really in the women's division? Because if Maurice does start wrestling again, that'll be interesting to see if she gets involved in the women's division after that. So that'd be really interesting.
And what were you gonna say, Justin?
I was just gonna say if there is gonna be a call up, I think from NXT it'll be Asuka, but I think she's gonna go to Raw because need her. Raw needs her more than SmackDown does.
Definitely, I agree with you on that. Speaking of Nikki and Natalya, let's talk about Nikki and Natalya match, the Falls Count Anywhere match, and this match was really good. And credit to them, they didn't just stick around in the ring. They didn't stick around the outside of the ring. They went everywhere. They went outside to the crowd, went backstage. They did get a Maurice involved with another tease. They had Natalya throw Nikki Bella into Maurice. I mean, I loved how they set this up. I mean, no lie, man. The way they set up however they're going to do this feud.
That was nice.
Miz and John Cena was excellent. The match wasn't bad. Get out of here, Texas kid. The match was really good. The spot with the mirror was pretty brutal. But we'll go with you.
Love that.
What did you think of the women, the Falls Count Anywhere match between Nikki Bella and Natalya?
Who?
I know you. Are a big Nikki Bella fan.
Well, I mean, it was really good. For the second time in a row, or for the second week in a row, they got a lot of time. And they definitely used that time to their advantage. I mean, they started out in the ring, of course, and they went into the crowd. And I actually thought Nikki Bella was going to try a moonsault for a second when she was standing on top of that deal. Yeah, I was just about to say, holy crap.
I agree.
Yeah. And so after that, I mean, they were throwing punches. There were spears in there, the snap suplexes on the ramp. I mean, they did a damn good job, and like you said, they did a good job setting up Maurice and Nikki and Miz and John Cena this episode of SmackDown. I mean,
Maurice did get involved. I didn't mention that she did get involved with what was it, a pipe or a bat?
Yeah, a lead pipe. Nikki Bella had Natalya in the STF, and then here comes Maurice hitting her with the pipe. It sucks Nikki Bella lost, but I mean, I get it. They set up the match, so.
Scott Steiner must have been backstage.
Yeah.
So what about you, Dave? What did you think of the match?
The match is really good. I was really surprised how far they went, and I didn't know it was a no DQ as well. I thought it usually when they do Falls Count Anywhere, it's just Falls Count Anywhere, not no DQ as well. So when they broke out like the kendo sticks, and I was like, holy crap, they're really wailing on each other. And then they did the whole the announce table spot. That was, I mean, that was great.
Yeah, that one was pretty brutal.
I know. And then, I mean, I thought that first she got powerbomb, I thought Nikki landed her back on that monitor at first.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. I was like, damn.
I was surprised where they went. They went everywhere. I mean, I was like, they went to the crowd. They went on the announce table. Mm-hmm. They went to the side of the place. They went all the way in the back. Even that, like you were saying, that moonsault spot, I was like, I thought she was going to do a moonsault. I did too. Yep. She kept looking back like she was going to. I was like, don't do it. You're going to hurt yourself even worse.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got a broken neck. I mean, I was like, crap. I mean, yeah, this match was really good. I mean, it really could have been for the title, even though we did get interference at the end. This match really could have been a title match because it was going to be tough. People might disagree, but dare I say, this is probably the best women's match that SmackDown has put on.
That is hard to say. I would have to go back and look. That's kind of hard to say.
It is hard to say, but I can't really. I know I don't really think Sasha and Becky still haven't. They had a good match, but they still haven't had a great one-on-one match. I don't think. Not Sasha and Becky, but Alexa and Becky. I don't think they've had a great one-on-one match. Their two main matches that were two big gimmick matches, and then that one match that ended in Alexa tapping out with grabbing the rope, which is a really good match as well. So
Yeah.
I would love to see that on a pay-per-view one-on-one for the title again. No stipulation, just one-on-one. You know, just
Like at Extreme Rules. That would have been a good match for Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
have that, or is that a tables match? Oh, you mean coming up? That's Raw pay-per-view, isn't it? I think it's a Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Well, I think we all can agree. Natalya and Nikki Bella brought it tonight, and it was an excellent.
Killed. I mean, that mirror spot, like you said, I mean, wow. I was even like, holy crap, that was better than the Jericho spot they did.
So let's
I was
get
like, holy crap.
Battle Royal for the main event where I still actually thought before we get to the battle, I like how they set up the Battle Royal with the promos.
Yes.
They pretty much everybody that was going to be in the Battle Royal. I thought that was really, really awesome.
I had like an old Royal Rumble feel to it.
Right. So let's go to the Battle Royal itself. I set up again Miz and John Cena, where John Cena eliminated the Miz. Miz comes back later in the match and eliminates John Cena. I don't understand that. That
was weird.
That they need to kind of explain a little.
That's happened so many times in the Royal Rumble matches where someone gets eliminated, they comes back and throws someone out, and they get eliminated. They're still out because they went over.
But usually when that does happen, it's not when the ref sees it.
I could have swore JBL said it was a no disqualification battle royal. Maybe he said that wrong, or
no, they all are. It's a battle royal. There is no DQ. I mean,
yeah, but you can't go back into the ring after being eliminated and eliminate somebody else.
Yeah, that's never happened. Well, I mean, it's happened, but
not in front of somebody.
Not while the referee's looking. Usually, when they do help, like say if like someone gets eliminated, they help them get eliminated. Like they'll grab them by the arm and someone comes throws them.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody. That was interesting. I don't know how they're gonna explain that one. That one will be interesting next week how they explain it. But yes, The Miz throws out John Cena. It ends up being AJ Styles and Luke Harper, the final two. Again, they also set up Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose for the IC title later down on the line. I guess hopefully at WrestleMania. But Styles and Luke Harper both get eliminated at the same time, but it was more Styles falling first. They didn't play that off very well.
Replay nothing because they knew Harper messed that up.
Yeah, Harper blew that one. Hopefully that doesn't cost them anything. I don't think it will.
We got to talk about this though. I mean, this battle royal was freaking awesome. AJ Styles looking like Shawn Michaels in his first Rumble out there, grabbing onto everything. I mean, wow, this battle royal to me it was better than the Rumble. I mean, it was like, wow, this was good.
That was pretty damn good.
I don't know if about better than the Rumble, but it was
how much they used the ropes and how much they grabbed on, especially with AJ, how he was grabbing like crazy and scrambling. I mean, I haven't seen nothing like that since like Shawn Michaels did the Rumble. That was fun. I mean, it was a fun Rumble match, Battle Royal. I mean, wow, I enjoyed that. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I was just some boring Battle Royal and Luke Harper's going to win it easily. I thought that was what they were going to do, honestly. Luke Harper's going to win, and that's going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did just get an alert on my phone saying that next week Styles and Harper are going to fight one-on-one to determine the number one contender.
Okay. I know what's going to happen. I can already see in the future. It's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw? I don't think it's going to be a draw. How the hell is that?
Then they're going to set it up. It's either going to be a triple title.
I don't get the whole deal. Randy Orton winning, and he's not going to. I think Randy Orton's going to get his shot back anyway, somehow down the road. I just don't. That's weird.
I think they just got so much time to build. I think it's still going to happen.
It's not going to be a fatal four-way. As much as I would love to see AJ Styles fight for the titles, he's not going to at WrestleMania. It's going to be him and Shane.
I hope not. Oh, brother.
Somehow this is going to set up him against Shane. He's going to blame Shane. That he screwed him over somehow. I feel it. Because he can blame Daniel Bryan, but he cannot wrestle Daniel Bryan. But if he can blame Shane, I would love to see him wrestle Daniel Bryan. Don't get me wrong, but
that would be amazing.
Yeah, but obviously it won't happen. But Shane McMahon can be the scapegoat that wrestles AJ Styles at. I just have this funny feeling that it's gonna happen.
Doesn't AJ deserve a better match than to face Shane McMahon?
What's wrong with him versus Shane if it's a storyline development?
It's gonna be that good of a match because I'd rather see him get
It's because you like Shane and you like AJ Styles and you want him in a title match. That's
it doesn't have to be a title match. I would love it to be Nakamura and AJ Styles at
I would
WrestleMania.
love it too. I mean, realistically, is Nakamura going to be on WrestleMania? I don't think so. I mean, as much as I would love to see him, I don't think Nakamura's leaving NXT anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
Because of his popularity and they don't want to lose too much star power. Because they lose Nakamura, he's a huge star. I mean, overseas and here in the US. I mean, I just don't see Nakamura leaving. I think
he's going to be how Bailey was. He's going to stay there for a while.
they saw the hit they took when Balor left, and I think they realized that they can't really leave. I just feel like it's going to be Styles and Shane.
Yeah, I just want to see Daniel Bryan, AJ get a win at WrestleMania.
You think he's gonna lose to Shane? You crazy?
That would be nuts.
You're crazy if you think he's gonna lose to Shane.
Last year, I think
He lost to Jericho though.
No, Shane lost to Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying, but you think he's gonna lose? You think he's gonna? That's no way he's gonna beat Styles.
I hope not, but I think that's what they would do. They would book.
They're gonna give him a run for his money, but he's not gonna beat him.
That would be insane.
Because AJ's gonna go and be in the
He
heel.
didn't even beat Kurt Angle. What makes you think he's gonna beat AJ Styles at 40? He's not gonna. He's like what 40-something years old. The only reason why he had a semi shot against the Undertaker was because it was in a spell. There's no way he's gonna beat Styles. I mean, he's gonna give him a run for his money. I think it's gonna be a bet. I think you're forgetting how good Shane was. Shane was awesome in matches because he doesn't give a shit. He puts his body on the line.
Yeah, he goes all out.
For the most part. I mean, I would love to see Styles versus Bray Wyatt or Styles versus Nakamura or Styles versus anybody. But
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to see Styles in a high. Not saying it has to be like in the main event wrestling for the title because he had a great year with WWE so far. I'd just like to see him in a bigger match.
Here. I mean, I don't think even Styles thought it would be this great when he hopped into the WWE.
Well, I don't think Vince did because he saw how good he was getting reactions and I mean, he's getting better reactions than the faces are.
Hell yeah, he is.
Next to Daniel Bryan, he's getting the best reactions.
So like Justin just broke on here, it will be Luke Harper versus AJ Styles 1-on-1 for the #1 contender spot for WrestleMania to headline WrestleMania or the main event WrestleMania, which is obviously like the main event WrestleMania. If you guys could pick right now, you said it's going to be a draw, but if you could pick one guy to win, Dave, realistically, who do you think is going to win?
Well, like the way you were saying, it's probably going to go down with somehow Harper beats AJ because Shane does something and screws him over.
I don't think Shane does something, but I think
all that goes against AJ, and that's AJ's going to look at that.
Styles is always going to say that he won the Battle Royal. He's always going to say that he won, regardless of how the finish looked. He's going to tell everyone that he won. He was screwed. He should have won it. And then they're having me face Luke Harper in a match. I should already be main eventing WrestleMania. And he's going to blame Daniel Bryan and he's going to blame Shane McMahon. He's going to blame them. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
And then he'll go after Shane because he can't go after Daniel Bryan.
Exactly. Which is a shame. Which is a damn shame.
Yes, it is.
That would be a way better match.
So let's get into some WWE news before we head off tonight. What did The Rock say to CM Punk? Okay, so big news with The Rock and the CM Punk phone call after Raw went off air, which was no really big deal at all, other if you're Vince McMahon. The Rock called CM Punk because they started chanting CM Punk for some odd reason. I guess
because whenever he was there, they were filming his movie, and it was the scene where AJ Lee fought Paige, and Paige won the title.
Right. So they were chanting CM Punk, obviously. So he called CM Punk. Punk didn't answer. Got his voicemail. They left them a voicemail of them chanting CM Punk. So that was that. Nothing other than that. Vince McMahon wasn't very happy with The Rock. I could tell you that. But
he don't give a damn though. Rock don't care.
Right. So that was that.
Also talked before, they did some stuff before Raw too, and they did a thing where, or maybe it was afterwards, said Vince. They said Vince fired The Rock and he pulled him out of the ring and told him to leave. Or I think that was all the story. I don't think he fired The Rock.
Yeah, I think it was all playing around bullshit. So
I found it interesting that Thea Trinidad, I mean, she used to be Rosita in TNA. She played AJ Lee, which I think I find really interesting. I can't remember who they said played Paige.
it was some actress, but the stunt double is Tessa Blanchard.
Okay, that's it. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember that. Yeah, so that's really cool that they're using them in this. I mean, Thea Trinidad, that's Austin Aries' girlfriend. So I mean, there's kind of a connection a little bit. But I was really surprised to hear that. But I was like, oh,
Yep.
So will you guys check out this movie?
Maybe on DVD. I ain't gonna go to the theater to watch it.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Also, another news, as you saw with the intro music,
Oh yeah.
DDP will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So, any quick thoughts for you guys before for about DDP before we head off? We'll go with you first, Justin.
Oh, I mean, it's very well deserving. I mean, he had a hell of a career in WCW. It wasn't as good in WWE, but I mean, like his career was good, and then what he's done for wrestlers these past couple of years. I mean, you can say he's saved lives of at least about 5 or 6, older wrestlers by having them do his yoga, and just getting in touch with them and talking to him. He's done very good out of the ring doing that.
Yeah, it's really well known with like the Jake and Scott Hall situation where he saved them both.
Yep.
And then even like guys like people in the WWE today, like Jericho talks about all the time how he uses DDP yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, DDP. I don't know if you were finished about talking about DDP or not.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, some people, I'm sure maybe a lot don't know, so I'm sure a lot do. But how DDP started in wrestling is crazy because he started out working in the concession stands. And then he became like a manager, then a wrestler, then when he became WCW champion. And I think his WWE run ended because of his neck. So I think that's why that ended quickly. But a lot of people I'm sure you guys remember the whole stalking Undertaker's wife thing. That was a really interesting storyline.
Yep.
And then, ironically enough, didn't he do like a yoga type gimmick at one point?
I think he did.
I thought he did something like that, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that was DDP. I mean, just in the NWO days, I mean, he was really one of the hottest guys in WCW who were going up against the NWO. So, yeah, I mean, that Diamond Cutter, people can still compare the RKO. What's better, RKO or Diamond Cutter?
Yep. So, no, go ahead, Justin. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I mean, Diamond Cutter and RKO. I mean, Diamond Cutter's the original, so I mean, they're both good though.
Yeah, it's all who. I guess it's all who you like better. If you like DDP better, you probably like the Diamond Cutter. If you like Randy Orton, you probably like the RKO.
And I want to say we met him when we were in Miami when we went to that wrestling deal. We got to meet him once.
We met him as well. He was a very good guy, very nice guy, very humbled. To me, it's about damn time. He should have been in the Hall of Fame
a long time ago.
So, I mean, when it was in Atlanta, he should have been inducted. So, props to him. Glad that finally that he's going to be into the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame's going to be pretty stacked with Angle, the Rock and Roll Express. Who else was in there that I missed?
Teddy Long.
So that other bases covered. I mean, you got NWA guy going in, you got Kurt Angle going in from WE, and you got Paige going in from WCW. Teddy Long, I guess you could say as well, because he was in WCW also.
Yep.
This is probably the most stacked in years. Last couple of years it's been so, but this year it's pretty stacked.
Yeah, and then you still haven't had the celebrity yet. So, rumor has it, it's a rumor, it's gonna be Shaq.
Oh. I thought it would be T.O. or something because he gets snubbed.
Would you guys be upset Shaq going into the WWE Hall of Fame?
I don't care.
I mean, yeah, I could care less, but I mean, we don't need any more celebrity people in the Hall of Fame. It just is pointless.
It's just they do it to draw,
Yeah.
to draw people in to more interest. Like Shaq's a big. He got his podcast. He's on NBA all the time now. The NBA Inside, whatever it's called, Inside the NBA. There you go. Yeah, he does all this stuff, so I don't really care. I mean, the Mike Tyson thing. I mean, it makes sense when they're involved in wrestling, and I think Shaq has been involved in wrestling over the years, mostly known with like Hulk Hogan, though, which is really interesting. When you look at Shaq coming into WE or even WCW, I mean, he was coming. I don't think it was WE. I think it was WCW when he came out with Hogan a bunch of those times.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Rodman was another guy who was involved in wrestling a lot, so he would want
Robin will never get in. I don't think Robin will. I mean, Robin maybe. But yeah, he's been involved enough to I think he'll get into it. He deserves, but he has the qualifications of a celebrity to be in.
For sure.
few matches.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up tonight's show, episode number 47. We want to thank all the 61 viewers who popped in tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the hearts. Again, when we hit 100,000 hearts, we'll be doing another giveaway. What else was that? But yeah, next week we'll be back with episode number 48. It's going to be pretty busy. We're going to be talking Fastlane that coming weekend, SmackDown and Raw. Find out who'll be facing Bray Wyatt. We'll find out what Rollins has to say and what Goldberg has to say as well. So from Justin and Dave and I, we appreciate you guys popping in tonight. Thank you for all the hearts. Hit that follow button. And if you're a replay viewer, thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody.